And now, 4.5 years later, I'm engaged. Hi, my name is Brad Larson. I'm here giving you my informative speech. Today, marriage seems to be ever changing. And after being recently engaged and having friends recently getting married, I was just curious to see how much marriages have changed over time, just even from 60 years ago. Marriage has always been a major commitment in our society, and throughout the years, the definitions of marriage has changed, and the way it's represented in society has changed as well. For example, in the 1960s up until around 2015, same-sex marriage wasn't legal. But now that it is, there's more diversity in the term marriage than ever. So today I'm here to tell you about how marriage has changed and how I feel that plays a role into my relationship. Marriage has changed in many different ways, even just from the 60s, like I discussed. And there are three topics that I feel like are big game changers with the topic of marriage. The first topic I'd like to talk about is the attitudes towards marriage. The second topic being roles in marriage. And the third topic, divorce rates. I've been dating my now fiance for quite some time now, and getting married is a big commitment that we are both making. It's a choice that we are now both making together. There are going to be a lot of things that will change in our lives, such as having a combined income, living together, having kids, hopefully one day. The list goes on. Having this on my mind had me wondering how people that have gotten married way before I did felt about it. So, this brings me into the topic of attitude. In the early 60s, people got married because typically the men provided for the women. Women feeling like they sometimes had to get Women felt like they had to get married because of this. But as time progressed, attitudes started shifting. There was a rise of feminism and sex positivity during the 70s and 80s, making women more independent. When women started being more independent, they switched some gears in the roles of couples. Typically, it was that the men worked and the women stayed at home and cooked and cleaned, things like that. That role has changed. Now we have seen more of the men staying home, taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, and the women are the bread makers, bringing home all the money. And with my relationship, I feel like I have a good outlook on what's to come. I'm excited for the ups, and I've prepared my very best for how to handle the downs. I know it's not going to be perfect. No relationship is. But with that said, I have a question. With all the changes that are happening with marriage, how have the changes affected a couple's likelihood of staying together? I only ask this because divorce is a scary thing. My parents went through it, and my brother. There's a lot of people that I know that have been close to me that have experienced it as well. And having been around this and seeing it firsthand, I was very curious to know how my chances with my own relationship looked. This topic, I don't think, has a very definitive answer. There are many factors that play into a marriage, and divorce rates have always been fluctuating up and down. The changes in marriages have been both positive and negative. According to Wilkinson Fickenberg, almost 50% of marriages will end in divorce or even separation. That is not a very good number, and that can suggest that changes have been made that make relationships more likely to end. But research also shows that divorce percentages in the US are the best they've ever been. And so, with that being said, this is a tricky question to answer because there's research on both sides that make very solid points. The people getting married or who are married are affected by these answers, as they will either be part of the statistics that end in divorce or part of the statistics that end in successful marriages. In the end of it all, though, the changes in marriage have been significant over time, and the chances that a couple will stay together today has good but not the best chances. This is a little nerve-wrenching for me as I'm about to be a part of the statistics that either make a marriage work or end in stats of a divorce. But seeing the changes that have occurred over time have been very insightful. such as the attitude on marriage, the roles in a marriage, and the divorce rates. In my personal opinion, you'll get out of a relationship what you put into it. The stats don't define us. The works cited page is Wilkinson Fickenberg, 2019. Edwards Jackie, November 13, 2017. And What Makes a Good Marriage/Relationship. And that was from www.accord.ie. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a wonderful day.